So just like on Windows, we have to have Node to get started with working with Angular. And I figured this out by going into the quick start of Angular.io. And if I scroll down, the first thing it'll say is you need to set up the development environment. So please go and get NodeJS and NPM. And clicking that link, you'll get in here. And now you can download it for the Mac. And I'm selecting the recommended version. This is the one that is stable, where this is the current version that there are still working with the newest features, but it might be unstable. So we're going to grab the latest version right here that is stable. It's going to download this package file for me right here. And while it does that, let me just talk a bit about Node.js. Node.js is, as they say here in the top, JavaScript runtime engine that's built on Chrome V8 JavaScript engine. It pretty much means that on your machine you can start executing JavaScript directly inside this Node server, right? So it's a JavaScript runtime, and let me put it another way: you can actually execute JavaScript inside this Node runtime environment, and I'll show you this in the next lesson. And we are going to use it for actually creating a web server. We're going to use it for executing our Angular code on Node and stuff like that. So not something you're going to see that much, but it's actually going to happen behind the scenes. You don't have to know about it, but I'll still show you next lesson what it's all about. So the package is available, and I'll just double click it, and I'll get this dialog right here will show up. And in here I can say continue, I can say read a license. Yes, that's a good license, thank you, continue. And it'll say, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, I understand the license. I want to install for all users. I want to install it on this location. I'll just say install. And I'll just use my password. And then it'll run the installation. It'll write the files. In my case, it'll overwrite the old Node.js that I had available. And then it should be available now with this Node.js setup. So let's get into WebStorm. I'll just move the installer to trash. Jumping into WebStorm right here. I'll do Node-V here to see if there's a version, and it should pop up with something like this showing you have the newest version available right there. Now, if that is not the case, just try to restart your WebStorm, shut it down and open it again. Now you're on the Mac, so I think it should work right away because Mac is a lot more stable when it's about installing new software and adding it to the path. Mac just works better. It's not to be rude about Windows, but it just normally works better. But now you have Node.js installed. Next lesson, let's just try and make a small Node.js file and try and use it just to show you guys what Node.js can do for you. See you next time.